Time now to get a check of our forecast. We've had some beautiful days the past couple, and we're looking for several more beautiful days ahead. Chronon meteorologist Dave Spar has a little bit more. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Noelle. We're watching some winds now coming our way. There are going to be those offshore drier winds. Live shot coming in from UC Berkeley. There's the East Bay shoreline all lit up pretty nicely. Just a little bit of haze off towards the distance. Now, the breakdown for us as we go forward doesn't get much warmer than this. About 71, 70 or so by 6, dropping to 58, as you can see, by 9 p.m. with that. Don't forget the winds are actually supporting those temperatures in wind-shielded areas. Watch out, it'll be a little cooler than that. Wind advisory for the higher elevations, technically about 2,000 feet or so, but you're going to feel the winds hefty even at the surface. We have this from 8 this evening until 10 tomorrow morning. Noting the higher elevations is where the official advisory is, but again, you're going to be noticing it, excuse me, at the surface, and it will be an offshore wind as well. Going forward for the period, this is what happens overnight. The winds start to pick up in the North Bay and the East Bay for tomorrow morning to greet you in your travels there. Notice how the arrows are all pointing straight down, so it's a good solid offshore wind. It will be dry with all of that. There is no fire watch that's been posted, no red flag warning, so that's good news there. And the winds finally subside, as you can see, by Tuesday evening, but it will be dry. For tonight, we get a little of the marine layer. It's almost a wispy green that shows up, and after that, look how bone dry it gets, single digits in the lower teens. Off to the East Bay, even around the bay and water's edge with, again, offshore winds. And we really don't recover even as late as Wednesday morning. Usually those numbers tend to be higher in the morning hours. You see some green at least around the perimeter of the bay, where that completely compromises our marine layer. Temperature check right now, we're getting to 72 Antioch, 71 Concord, because the front's kind of in our backyard, and we've had a little bit of an onshore wind to start. That's why it's kind of cool in the city, 56. But going forward, everybody's warming up. In fact, this is probably the coolest temperature we're going to see in San Francisco until maybe Friday. So we're going to be warming up already tomorrow, and certainly by Wednesday, Thursday, the 2 warmest days in the bunch. The blue, just going to show it's a nice color, huh? Half a dozen degrees behind where we were from yesterday. We'll make up for that tomorrow. Highs, 65 San Francisco, 69 going on for Oakland, 70 San Jose, but we already talked about some 70s that were out there a bit. Here's what happens into the future. Obviously, high pressure controlling us for most of the week, but towards the week, or end of the week, into the weekend, some moisture is expected our way. This particular model run's not showing it, but as we get into Sunday night, into Monday, there's the chance that we'll start to see some rain start to develop a little bit like that. Some models are showing a little bit more in the way of deeper moisture, and one little sidebar here, really early into next week, potentially might get perhaps some thunder shower activity with that, with things fairly drier with shallow moisture. We don't want to hear about that. 7-day forecast, there's the rise in temperatures getting into the 80s for Wednesday, Thursday, dropping off again for the weekend. So that's all stuff that we want to see. There you have it with 40s going on for lows, and at the coast, we're into the 40s. Noelle.
Thanks, Dave. NASA is teaming up with a group of college